Hi there, 8th grade. 1.5 fractional parts is going to be our next lesson. Go ahead and do your power up if you want to freeze it. And then we will go on. Okay. Denominator is the number below the line in the common fraction. So it's the number below. So if you had like 1/2, 2 would be the denominator. Numerator, the number above the line in a common fraction, showing how many parts or how many of the parts indicated by the denominator are taken. There are 30 questions on a test. 1/3 of the questions were true and false. 2/5 were multiple choice. How many were true and false, and how many were multiple choice? Okay. Alright, so I'm going to start with the true and false, because that's what it asked for. 1/3 of the questions were true and false. 1/3 of 30. So we basically can cross reduce. We get 10 over this, so we end up with 10 questions are true and false. Okay. The other one is 2/5 for multiple choice. 2/5 times 30 equals, well, cross reduce. This is 1, this is 6. That would give us 12 questions for multiple choice. So, those are your two answers for that. Nothing too out of the ordinary, just understanding what 2/5 mean, and 1/3, multiplying it, and you get it. Arrange these fractions from least to greatest. One freeze, there we go. Alright, so maybe we have to convert these, maybe we don't. Maybe you need a least common denominator or common denominators to be at least common multiples, and then denominators, maybe you don't. One thing I'm seeing is right off the bat we have 3/6. That's 1/2. Okay? 3/5. Well, 2.5 would be half, right? So 3/5 goes right here, and then 3/8. Wouldn't 4 be half? So this would be 3/8, and this would be 3/6. There you go. Least to greatest. Now, is that the only way to do it? No, you can do it other ways. That one just happens to be that easy. Okay, now second one. Okay, is there any one that's a whole besides 1? No. So I'm guessing 1 will be the biggest. Okay, 5, 6, that's kind of hard to figure out. But 3/5 is going to be what, 60%? 5, 6, you might have to throw into your calculator. 5, 6 is pretty close to a whole though. So I'm going to go this option. There's my answer for number 2. Okay, now the bottom one, we have basically 1/3, which is the 3 over 9, which is 1/3, which is 0.33333, right? Okay. We have 1/4, which is 0.25. We have 2/5, which is times that by 20, you get 4.4. So it would have to go 1/4, because that was 0.25. 3/9, because that was 0.33333. And then you would have to go 2 over 5, because that is like 40%. Nothing too extravagant out of this. Still stuff that I think you guys should be comfortable with, but it's always good to review and see where you guys are at. Compare 2/3 of an hour to 2/5. Explain which one is bigger. Okay, so how many minutes are in an hour? I hope to God you say 60. 60 is 2/3 times 60. Cross reduce. That's going to leave me 20. That's going to leave me 1. So that's 40 minutes. You guys probably didn't have to do that to know that. Maybe you did, maybe you did. Okay, 2/5 of 60. Which is 24 minutes. So 2/3 of an hour is greater than 2/5 of an hour. No one disagrees with me on that. Some of you guys might be able to look at that and know that without even doing it. Because 2/3 is 60.66666, and 4 over 5 would be 40%. So, there's a possibility you knew that before it even got done. Okay. Graphing numbers on a number line. Okay. The first two are already in sequence, so we just have to draw them. I've already put them in order for us. So, obviously we're going to start at 0, I think, in this situation, because we're going to go on both sides of it. 1, -1. The dot there. 2, 2, 3. Alright, that's -3. There it is. That's number 1. Number 2 is kind of the same thing, only a little longer. They've already put it in sequence for us. Thank you, book. Should be a point there. And there should be a point . There's my 5 points. Might make them a little bigger so you can see them. That would be number 2. We got 1 and 2 done. Now, on these other ones, we could rearrange the numbers so we know where they go. Or we can just look at the numbers and go and graph them as we go. This one starts at 0. Here's a point. Okay. And there's -3. 1, 2, 3. There's a point. Then there's one at 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There'd be number 3. Okay, number 4, once again, I would probably just draw the number line. 0, 1, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. Okay, we only had to go to -5, which would have been right here. Okay, and we have 3, 1, 2, 3. There's a dot there. And then we have 5, which is right there. And we have -3, which is right there. There we go. Plotted, done, over with. Okay. You can do your practice sets. I'm not sure on your homework here if there is some or not. If you don't want to, you don't have to. It's a good way to check yourself and make sure you got a good understanding of the lesson though. Because not all your homework is going to be about this. There's your homework. There we go.